Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at a high-speed Thunderbolt 4 dock that a company called Pulwtop have kindly sent me to review. So thank you very much to the company for sending this out to me to review free of charge. Whilst the unit was free of charge, this is a totally independent review, totally independent device by my channel as normal. So it's all honest, open advice, and I would only recommend a product that and put my name to it if I thought it was decent, and I do. So we'll get right into this review. We'll talk about all the features on it and who should buy it and who's it aimed at and how much is it. So thank you for watching as always. If you like my channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. So we've done a few docks on this channel since it started, and I think whilst they might not be the most exciting products to think about, docks are the most important devices that you can possibly have in a studio situation for video design editors, graphic designers, or anyone who does office work, because they basically provide a way of transferring large amounts of files around, connecting to 4K displays, 8K displays, 6K displays seamlessly. And most people use laptops nowadays, and laptops come with fewer and fewer ports on them. Like, for example, the MacBook Air only has 2 USB-C ports. And if you get a dock like this, it expands the amount of ports on it by 11-fold. Or sorry, 12. This has got 12 in one ports on this dock. So think about what you're getting. So this dock is priced at about £200. So it started off at 300, it's now discounted to 200. So it is an expensive dock. It is top of the line. Speed-wise, it has top-of-the-line ports. So it isn't aimed at the everyday consumer, I would say. It's aimed at the professional market, maybe, but also anyone who wants a high-speed performance or for gaming or anything like that, because it will give you the best performance. And from my testing, I found the actual speed on the dock compared to other docks I've got in the studio, this is one very fast dock. It's probably the fastest dock I've ever tested. So my normal test is how fast it can transfer video files around. So I transferred about 30 gigs of video files through the high-speed Thunderbolt 4 connection on my MacBook Pro to the dock in about a minute, which is really, really quick and saves me so much time when editing video. So now this will be my main dock in the studio from now on that I will use for that reason, because of its speed. Remember, if you haven't got a Thunderbolt 4 connection on your MacBook or 40 gigabyte USB-C connection on your Windows, you will not be able to use the full advantage speed of this dock. So it may be worth looking at slower docks. So just make sure that your MacBook or your Windows PC supports that speed transfer before you buy it. So what we'll have a look now is the unboxing, because I like to show everyone what you get in the packaging. I think it's really cool what you get in the packaging with this. So you get a very nicely designed dock and the power supply, which I found to be very high quality. It is a US style power supply, so the included adapter in the box, which is fine. And that provides high speed wattage into your dock, because this thing can charge on the new PD 3.1 standard, which gives you 240 watts of charging, but actually the max charging rate on this dock to your laptop is 85 watts, which is fine. Most laptops won't go over that anyway, so even if you've got a MacBook Pro with lots of power requirements like the M4 Max, it will easily charge it for you from the dock, which is really nice to have. So it gives you the option. Basically, it's a USB-C connection from the power supply to the dock. So I actually had a 200-watt adapter on my desk anyway, so I just plugged it into that and it worked perfectly, saved having another cable connecting from my desk. So that was simplified the setup for me. To set it up, I did take some footage of setting it up, and it's really easy. It says power delivery in up to 140 watts, so you need to just plug in that the power adapter or any power supply you've got that goes over 140 watts basically into that connector there. And then you've got 2 ports here for your computer, which are the 2 Thunderbolt 4 40 gigabit ports here. And one here is marked with the computer, which means to the computer itself. So you plug your laptop or your desktop or anything you want to expand on the dock into that port there from your computer with a supplied USB-C cable. And then you've got a 40 gigabit port here for your hard drives or anything like that you want to connect in Thunderbolt 4 port speed into the back there. So that is your high-speed USB-C 40 gigabit port there. On the front, you've got Also got another 40 gigabit port, Thunderbolt 4 connectivity USB-C port there, which is nice to be included. So you've got two there. You've also got two high-speed USB-A ports up to 10 gigabits per second, which is really nice to have. Most docks only up to 5, so that's really nice to have included that. You've got an SD card 4 reader, which is super high speed and transfers at just 312 megabits per second on both micro SD and SD card. So a lot of SD card readers are a lot slower than that. So this is very high speed, an SD card reader. And I noticed plugging the SD card reader, well, you have to make sure you're having a high-speed SD card at first, which is another story, but most photographers and videographers will know what I'm talking about. You basically connect your SD card reader into there, and if it's high-speed enough, it will transfer through the dock, through your Thunderbolt port at really high speed, and I say I was transferring gigabytes of files around in seconds, which made my life so much easier. I've also got an external 10 terabyte hard drive, which is USB 3, and I connected it into this port, 10 gigabit port here, and I was transferring files really easily. It was the fastest I've known it transfer on a dock. Even 10 gigabit, other 10 gigabit docks, it still transferred faster on this dock compared to other docks. So it may be just that the components inside it are higher quality and provide more power and more speed. So for me, this was the fastest dock I've used in the studio, and it really, really did make a difference when I'm transferring large files around. So if you transfer large files around on a daily basis, this is definitely the dock to consider for you. So let's talk about other connectivity options on the dock now. So you've got a really nice display connectivity options with this dock. So it can support two monitors up to 8K at 30 hertz maximum resolution, which is plenty for most people and most professionals. So there is only one actual HDMI output on the dock. So if you want to connect two monitors to it via HDMI, they do include a USB-C to HDMI adapter, which would use up one of your ports here on the USB-C connectivity or on the dock. So then you just connect that in, then you would have two HDMI outputs. Another option would just to run a USB-C cable from that 40 gigabit port here to your monitor if it supports USB-C. So you've got plenty of connectivity options there, and it's nice to include the adapter in the box for you because a lot of companies don't do that and make you pay extra for it. So everything's included in this box that you need to get going, which is really nice. There's also a nice 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port there, which helps if you want to transfer any large files to a NAS drive, like a network attached storage drive, or if you've got a high speed internet connection over 2 gigabits, which I know people are starting to get nowadays. So anything like that, that is gives you the option to do that there, which most laptops do not come with Ethernet ports anymore. So it's nice to have the option on the dock. If we go around the other side, the front of the dock, there is the power switch to turn it on and off, which is really nice. It feels really nice quality, feels really nicely made. So there's a good weight to the dock as well, which I really like. And the design's nice and simple, and it never runs that hot. So to me, this is one of the coolest running docks I've tried. It didn't get too hot, even transferring large amounts of files around, which was nice. We've also got a headphone jack here and a mic jack, 3.5mm, which is nice to have if you're a sound person or doing sound recording for video or want to edit video using wired headphones. It's all really nice facilities to have on the dock, and it's easier, it's on the front. And there's also a lock on the back, which you can lock to the desk here, which is nice that they included that because they don't tend to include that anymore on modern day laptops. There's also a low speed USB-A port here for mice, and it's marked for mice and keyboards, which is really nice to have because, as you know, most laptops on the Mac don't come with USB-A for mice, and most mice, wireless mice, are USB-A still. So nice to have that facility on the dock itself. I found this to be really easy to use, really easy to set up. It feels really high quality. So I've been using it for about a month, no, a bit less than that, 3 weeks now, and I've had no problems with it whatsoever. So I've got nothing but praise for this dock and recommendation. Yes, it is expensive, but if you look around on the market, say if you look at HP docks, Dell docks, all the big branded ones are even more money. Like the Microsoft Surface dock, which is slower than this, is even more money. So don't be frightened to go to the third-party market and look at the third-party docks. And have a look at the Pulwtop website, which I'll put down below because they've got some excellent products on there. I've got some more products that I'll be reviewing, and I'll put them on the channel, which they kindly sent me, and they've all been excellent quality. They work really well, done exactly what they say they will, and I've got no problems recommending them to you. So thank you for watching the video. I hope it's been informative, and I hope if you're looking for a dock of this sort of specification, this sort of price range, this will help you make a decision about whether to buy it or not. If you've got any questions about what you want me to know about the dock, just drop me a comment down below in the video, get involved in discussion, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you have, and give me a thumbs up. It means the world. Thank you.